Then spera leta dota. I hear you, man. Visita hari ventana spera leta dota. I feel you, man. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I am coming at you today with a little bit of Base Hunter. With a little bit of an OMI DeFinity update video. We will do a Crappy Bird giveaway as well. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. I'm going to do a giveaway first. And we'll start this right away to kick it off. Who was the first, or I'm sorry, not who was the first. Big Bird was supposed to be on what disaster? Comment down below the name of that disaster, and you shall win some Crappy Bird. Again, the question: Big Bird was supposed to be on what disaster? And then whoever comments that down below, DM me and I'll shoot you some Crappy Bird. The contract address is in the link down below. Anyway, so while I wait for that, I want to pull up the DeFinity. Jason Pena, got it. It was the Challenger disaster. Thank you so much for being a member. Yes, you win the Crappy Bird. Shoot me a DM with your Crappy Bird address. The contract address is down below. And then it's on Base, so just buy like 5 cents, like a nickel's worth. I'll go and I'll send you some Crappy Bird. Yeah, that was awesome. Congrats. Good for you. Next contest will be later in the video. I will not be looking at comments up until I go over the news, go over the blurb. That might take about 40-ish minutes. So if you don't have time to wait for that, just give me a super chat. I'll get to your question right away, and then we'll go from there. So we have somebody saying from the DeFinity AMA the other day. It was an interview. It was an AMA. Not really too many questions were my own. They were really just from the community. Somebody go on and saying, this has not really been the AMA the community wanted. So Crypto Rain actually goes and posts about that in the DeFinity Telegram, says, interesting. I appreciate your thoughts. That was the AMA my audience and community wanted, as they have learned that good projects are focused on building something of value, which the market recognizes, usually a bit later in the bull market. I saw a lot of when questions in there, like when marketing. Those often come from a place of other projects pumping. Why isn't my token pumping? Do something. That doesn't often lead to a good result if the team shifts gears from strong, fundamentally sound business growth to try to get the token to pump. The sequence in the bull run is usually Bitcoin, memes, and a few random narratives usually run early. After midway through the bull run, the narrative starts looking for more substance, and undiscovered gems start pumping at that time. I think DeFinity falls squarely in that part of the bull market run. Though it can be frustrating for those who want it to run now, DeFinity pouring tons of money into marketing their token right now isn't an effective use of money. What they are focusing on right now, business client growth, user acquisition, and then building the use case for the token as these users then start utilizing holding the token for discounts at some point, probably when DeFi runs. I think DeFinity runs like crazy. Some in the crypto space don't have the patience to wait for this to play out. They get washed out of their solid tokens, which are down, to FOMO into something else running earlier. Some even here may choose to do that. I've even done that in 2017. Then I was new and learned my lesson that the wait is almost always worth it. You have another complaint saying that I think it was really well moderated, but still nothing concrete has been said, and it was definitely not the AMA that was needed at this time. Again, Crypto Rain responds. It says, I appreciate the discussion here, and that some people want to see something more concrete. What they really want to see is the token pumping. It can be so frustrating watching other tokens pump 5x while your bags do nothing, and we enter a panic-like mode as we feel nothing is happening. It sucks, and many people then sell what is low to buy what is high because they feel that they are part of the winning community. Often, this happens not too long before what they sold at lows goes crazy. It doesn't always play out this way, but very often it does. I've made this bet myself a few times back in 2017, even though I knew better from my 18 years prior investment experience. I just wanted to feel like I was part of the winning, and chasing green candles is too tempting. I have a huge amount of DeFinity and love what Manu and the team are building. The chart is looking extremely bullish for the future. but I can't tell when it's going to break to the upside. But I think it'll be quite explosive when it does. I'm ecstatic with what the team is doing onboarding so many new clients, as well as the new arena of working with casinos too. I really like where Chris shared their priorities, what their priorities are, and the team is focused on. I'm content to be patient till the narrative hits, and I think it will. And when it does, it'll be a powerful move. 100,000%. Gotta love that. There's some more on here as well. Somebody else says, that's the least we can expect, stating that they're not going to put the majority of their revenue into liquidity because they need to grow the business. It's quite a hilarious statement. Again, Rain responds, your focus is clearly the token price. Substantive companies building a company that has a token focus on building the substance of the company, which when the narrative that the company is in hits, the token then usually does incredibly well. Meme coins focus on the token price because they have no substance or actual service of the product that makes the company make sense. It is purely just pumpamentals. Serious companies don't focus on pumpamentals. If they did, it would turn investors like myself off as a red flag that they aren't a serious company bringing increased efficiencies that solve real world problems. They're just another crypto project trying to pump their substanceless coin. I don't want that, and my audience doesn't want it either. We're invested in DeFinity because it is not that. They're onboarding banks, institutions, and sovereign wealth clients into crypto, and their core business is going extremely well. So well that other avenues have popped up for them. This is a great thing in business. As the bull market matures, this type of success gets recognized, and usually the token price goes absolutely crazy because of real world problems being addressed. That just hasn't happened yet, and it's okay. It is okay if you agree or don't agree with this. We will both get to see how it plays out over the coming bull market. I think it goes extremely well for the DeFinity token this bull run, even though the momentum hasn't hit yet. So obviously, Rain dropping some knowledge on peeps. Absolutely love that. That is just a little bit of the. Well, I want to bring that up. Oh, okay, nice car. I want to bring that up because that's a lot of the complaints I usually see in the VeVe and OMI community, and it's not. It's anyone. Like it was. Take a look at like Moonbirds. Moonbirds for the last like several months, the people were complaining because like, hey, the value of my NFT is only going down. What's going on? You know, the team sucks. This sucks. When marketing, when this. And then from it going from like 0.29 ETH to like an ETH and a half, then suddenly everyone's pumped again. The team didn't release a single new thing. They didn't release a single new thing of marketing, utility, anything. The price just happened to pump. Now, why NFTs just happen to start running again, that's probably my best guess. But suddenly the script flipped and people were no longer bearish and they were very bullish. When you had the VeVe collectibles going up, when you had OMI's had like 5 pumps to like 0007, obviously come back down again. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about as well today. We have a, oh God, my body. We have a bit of a negative day for Ecomi. We are down another 8% to 00036. We're pretty much at the levels we were before any of the big pumps. Again, all of these pumps, like 4 or 5 of them going to 0007. Before then, we were at 0003. The low was 0003. Well, actually, this is the local low for the past month. It's not letting me hit it. But it was like 3.0. But then there were a couple times when we were at like 2.5, 2. I think we wicked down to like 2.1, which was bananas. Now, obviously, it didn't stay there. That's something that went. Yeah, 2.65 was like you can still buy a couple things there and it wouldn't go crazy. 2.1 obviously wicked down there and then wicked right back up. If you go and you play the trading game, you've likely done extremely well. The trading game has worked out in favor of the traders that every time it pumps, they sell. That has worked out for them better than, God, I don't know, probably anything the last few years. Because obviously every time it's pumped, it's always come back down. As long as they continue to time it, keep their finger on the pulse, it's been very lucrative for them. I have this fear that, okay, next time it pumps, yeah, go to 0007, 0008. I'll sell, wait for it to come back down. And with my luck, it'll just go back up. So like, I don't want to get cute. I don't want to do that. Is that a viable way for people to go in and increase their bags and make money? Absolutely. However, I have seen just too many times be like, all right, buy here, sell here. and then after they sell, it just keeps going. It's like, ah, man, and then they miss out on all of those gains because it sold too early. Now, obviously, once you see a break past, let's say like 0014, like what break past that, and you're pretty sure, okay, it's not going to go back down again. You could still rebuy there, and then it'll still keep going, but you just do miss out on those gains. Let's go over. So yeah, why is it going down? Well, take a look at the rest of the market. I mean, obviously, you still have a lot of the FUD coming from BitGet. You have the overall market going down as well. Like Bitcoin's down 10% this week. Ethereum's down almost 20. XRP 11. Like, there is nothing in the top 10 that is only down single digits. Like absolutely nothing's positive, and nothing is down single digits. The minimum that something is down is BNB, and is down 10.8%. Well, actually, Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's 10.6 over the last week. Obviously, they're all of these are in the double digits up until you get to Hyperliquid or Hype, number 23 crypto. It's actually up on the week. It's up 9.6. But outside of that, there is nothing that is unless you're a stable coin. There's nothing that's down like 1%. And actually, the BitGet token's up 30% on the week. Go figure. Everything else, again, nothing is down. Okay, Mantle. We had to go 39 places to get to MNT or Mantle, and it's down 7.7%. Again, everything else so far. Oh, then you have Whitebit. Whitebit is also only down 3%. Mantra's only down 7%. And again, every now and then, like the other two that I saw that were actually up, but everything else is down double digits. Let's see what. Oh, and then Move. The Move token is up 22% for the week. But yeah, if you're down, you're way down. This is. Oh, and then you have Gate token down 6.5%. Tokenized Exchange up 4% for the week. Fast token up 2%. And yeah, that's it. The majority, like over 90-ish% of the top 100 is down double digits. Now, I didn't see what OMI was down for the week. I'm pretty sure it's quite a bit more than that. Actually, it's only down. Oh no, that's today. It's down 39% over the past week, 48% over the past 2 weeks. But again, if you take a look at the last month, it is actually up 10%. So obviously, you've had insane volatility with that token, again, as I show here. But that was one thing. One of the other reasons is BitGet. So BitGet oh yeah, I think I said that already, just the FUD from that. And then you have certain things that have pumped and just OMI hasn't. I think OMI's done actually better than Flow. And Flow is like the number 108. Yeah, over the past month, gone down 9% as opposed to OMI going up 10%. Now, obviously, Flow has done better long term, just because it hasn't gone down as much. It only went down like 95% as opposed to like the 98, 99% that OMI did. Anywho, let's go on and focus on what we have here for news the past couple of days. What I have on this title, VeVe hiring more marketing positions. VeVe grosses 70K on the drop. Okay, so I did that. Let's just go over the DeFinity token real quick just to see what they are doing. And you have, it's pretty negligible on the day. It's up like 0.7%. So it's up less than 1%, DeFinity is. The volume is 16,000. So, I mean, the volume, I'm going to say for a lot of these tokens, even in the top 100, is probably going to be pretty low. 170 billion in volume. A few weeks ago, even like a week ago, we've had it up to like 400 billion in volume. So just around the holidays, you tend to have stuff that's what happens. So a down market, BitGet FUD. But let's take a look at, and then yeah, I said DeFinity, so it's not too much there. Did you guys know that Party City is going out of business? I thought that was wild. The guy was talking about, so that guy who I mentioned yesterday, David something, the comic book investments guy, he did email me back later on that night, or like early this morning, I think. And he said like, hey, I typically don't do interviews anyway. And like I already talk about comics. Wouldn't really make much sense to talk about comics on your channel. My audience wouldn't get anything new there. So even though I did want to have more than comics would have been something that I would have loved to talk to him about. Obviously, would have liked to talk about, again, just who he is as a person, who he is in general, and then just to really kind of correct some of the VeVe stuff that he had said. And I don't want to sit here and call him like a liar, because I don't necessarily think that's true. I just think that he was misinformed about a couple things, and I really wanted to go over that, and also just see how he reacts to it. Be like, hey, I know you said this, and I assume you said this because of X, Y, and Z. You know, like whatever. But now that I'm presenting you with this information, just to see how he reacts to that as well. It just I like doing stuff like that. Anyway, VeVe Vet goes and says the guy who's talking about how VeVe is dead did make a video in the past about how he sold real comics for VeVe Comics. So I guess now he changed his mind. I don't know if he had a that's something I probably would have asked him about as well. So I made a comment on his video as well, saying like, hey, I have a VeVe YouTube channel. You should come on for an interview. He didn't answer that, but his audience just, oh my God, brutal. So that does kind of make me question a little bit. Okay, like what type of people does he have following him? I can't do. Oh yeah, so I had to go to the Incorrigible Goat Slayer. I wanted to have I have not yet gotten a chance to talk with VeVe about the MegaCon thing. Obviously, it won't happen soon. That would be like in like a year's-ish time from now. There was a ton of unique VeVe users yesterday just because of the Christmas tree drop, not the actual drop where like the stamps or anything, but like, hey, they gifted everyone that was active this year, you know, so you had a ton of people go in, which I thought was cool. Okay, so current openings for VeVe. There are, what the heck is this? Currently, as far as marketing is concerned, head of growth marketing and a lifecycle lead for VeVe. In the past, they've had senior graphic, and all of these are in marketing, senior graphic designer, head of growth marketing, head of communications and community, communications lead, and affiliates lead. They had hired, I thought they hired for all of those. And then there just wasn't any openings. Maybe they said like, hey, we have enough applications. We don't need to advertise that we're still looking for this because we have enough applications. The lifecycle lead, I could have sworn they had that already, but apparently not. So that's something that's new, even though, again, I could have sworn they had that before, but that does seem like something that's new. And then head of growth marketing, they took this position away either because they happened to get somebody new for it, and then they just didn't work out, or they just had so many applications, they're like, hey, we don't need any more applications. And then neither of them worked out, and they decided to put it up again. So either way, lifecycle lead, head of growth marketing. I really do like this because, like, well, Chavez, wouldn't it be better if they had hired someone by now? Like, well, yeah, you want as many competent people working for the company as you can get, but I don't want them to settle. I don't want them to say like, okay, we had 10 applications and you're the best out of the 10, so we're just going to pick you, and then lower their standards. If they have a set standard of like low bar, like what it is, what a measuring stick of what they want for head of growth marketing, and all 10 people did not meet that, you don't just pick the best because they were the best or they were the least worst qualified. You do what they're doing, and they say like, hey, we did not like anybody for this position, and 100% of the people did not qualify. We're only going to hire someone that meets this criteria. I do like that better than them, again, just settling for the best out of the worst lot. So hopefully that, again, and is that what happened? I don't know. Maybe they took the website down for whatever reason. Again, I have no idea. Maybe they did hire someone that was competent, but maybe they were a little too competent. Maybe again, I have no idea what it is. That's something I would love to talk to Ben about at some point. Anywho, there is a VeVe grows 70K now. We'll go over that in a minute. We'll go over the rest of the stuff here first. Sesame Street had posted yesterday, nothing gets us in the Christmas spirit more than singing with all of our furry friends, talking about Elmo and all the other Muppets and puppets on there. And then VeVe goes and just quotes that and responds. I don't know what they were even singing. I assume Christmas carols. So VeVe goes in and responds and quote tweets that. And then obviously you have Ben and everyone just going in and saying like, posting their stuff. I thought that was cool. Claire Russell's Griffith has achieved level 99 today. Level 100 now feels very much closer. It says, please bring back level up confetti. miss having a confetti day. I miss that as well. That's something that I thoroughly enjoyed. Mr. Benrose looking at his VeVe tree with his doggo. I don't know his doggo's name. I see on that collar, I cannot. But he just says photobombed. I thought that was really cool that he's a animal lover, or at least his family is, either way. Altcoin Daily, shout out to them. They are OMI homies. Saying, breaking Hex founder Richard Hart wanted by Interpol and Europol. Charges include aggravated tax fraud and assault. Yeah, remember when we were arguing a few years ago? I have the receipts. I have the interview, at least the clip where he's saying like, oh yeah, VeVe's going to rug. You're going to get rugged. And well, who's laughing now? Anyway, we have the Kingsy, or at Grumpy Kings I1 over on X, saying, over the past few months, I've had the pleasure in working with the amazing Mike S. Miller art, as he has worked with DeCat to design the characters for a future movie. For anyone that does not understand how awesome this is, Mike is considered to be one of the finest comic book artists with a resume including DC Comics, Marvel, Game of Thrones, plus countless others. With this in mind, DeCat salutes Mike as DeCat holder, and legend he is. Cheers, Mike. Shout out to him. So that is not me. That is the DeCat character over there. And that's just him, his face. He's pretty awesome. So today, VeVe got, I mean, let's do the math right now for the Bambi drop. At the time, it was 70K. Let's take a look at what it is right now, assuming they take 90 away from, the bottom three, the common, uncommon, and rare. All right, so it's 1852. So it's 1579 is the friend owl. That's how many have been sold. And then you have Flower, the little what's that? Pepe Le Pew guy, Skunk. That's his name. 1342. So 1252 minus 174. 1574. Okay, so 2652. And then you have Bambi. I feel like Bambi should have been the common, right? Yeah. That's just my 2 cents there, but they obviously thought about this. So 645. Oh God, was it 5? So like 557. So about 32-ish. And then Thumper, obviously Ultra. Oh, he's really awesome. He's really cool. I feel like that's one of the fan favorites. Hey, how many editions remaining, guy? Why aren't they saying? Okay, there we go. So let's say this one is at 300 minus 44. So let's say 256 plus 256. We're at 3465, and then we have Faylene. I had asked 2 of my friends about this because they're girls and they know, Disney. One is just like, I don't even remember who Faylene is. I was like, okay, all right, whatever. The other one had said, yeah, that is Bambi's girlfriend. She actually has a bigger role in the second movie than in the first. I don't know how many Bambi movies I made, but Faylene has a bigger role in the second movie than in the first. All that kind of happens off screen. That is Bambi's girlfriend. That had sold, let's say we're down to let's say like 90, so let's say 85. So just off of that drop, it's 71,000. And then you obviously have the craft where they're not making any money. So I'm not going to go over that, but they did have I said I wasn't going to go over the craft. They have a diorama. This is only $15. That sold like 100 of them. So another 1,500. So like 72,500, give or take. And then you had the secondary market. We're not sure how much that really had. But shout out to VeVe for going in and on this, which was again. Do you have some guys that go for it? I'm sure. I think Puddin' Cheeks actually had gone for a few of those. Me, I was happy to get Friend Owl's log base for a doll hair. I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty cool. It looks like something that I could use in my showroom or at some point land over on the VeVeverse. And it was $1, so I bought it. Friend Owl, I did not mean to buy Friend Owl. I thought this was the skunk for $1.90. But it was not. It was Friend Owl. But I got that. I didn't want to. I thought it was the skunk. And at that point, I was like, Well, the skunk was going for like 340, 350, and friend outlet. So I don't even know what it is right now. Let's go for, what is the skunk going for? Oh, it's down to 315 now. Not bad. Sort, lowest price. Well, 375. 315 is the, what do you call it? 315 is the auction. 375. It's actually up from before. I want to go over Sentry because I've had Sentry and Silver Surfer. So Sentry number 1, I think I had bought one. It was like $2.99. Yeah, this one's also $2.99. Should I buy it? It's technically under $3. I won't, but I will go to take a look and buy Silver Surfer number 3. I think that's the first appearance of Mephisto. But let me give y'all. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Silver Surfer number 3 is the first appearance of the Mephisto, and that's a 250. I'd actually rather buy this than Sentry. Yeah, I'll buy a couple of these. So, hey, why isn't it letting me confirm purchase? Okay, there we go. Yay, drop delivered. I got it. So I got that. I'll do another one as well. I mean, this one's 250 as well, right? So yeah, I got that one too. I might as well get all of them that are at 250. Yeah, confettis again. And then here's the last one at 250. I'll get that. Yeah, all right. So I did I did a couple of buys there. There's not a lot of those. I mean, these are just the commons. Those are the ones that are very liquid. Anyway, let's keep going, shall we? Love this meme. I forgot to wish everyone a happy winter solstice. That happened yesterday. That is my B. That is my bad. So, do you remember? It had been gone over a couple times. I think I even asked David about it when he was on stream. One of the times, I forget which one. About his certificate of authenticity from his Mew and Mewtwo cards that have been to space. He posted, this was years ago, saying, happy 25th birthday to Pokemon. It has been a remarkable journey since 96, 97, when I first bought the first edition Pokemon card game to New Zealand. Celebrate his 23rd, this is in 2019 birthday. I sent a Mew and Mewtwo to space where it belongs. This type of thing, the reason I bring this up is because I actually know somebody else that has one of these cards. And I don't mean like, oh, did David sell his cards to this person? No, he did not. It's a friend of mine that has one of these cards. He's got a certificate of authenticity, has gone to space. I don't know which card it is. He's going to send that to me. It'd be awesome if it was like a Deoxys or if it was like a Clefairy, because they're from space. You know, they're from out of this world. And I think that'd be great. Maybe it could be like Arceus as well. They like the god of all. Arceus, Deoxys, or Clefairy, Clefable, you know, or Cleffa now. That'd be awesome. Just because that's where they come from. So I think that would be cool. I'm trying to think how much of this would be. There's very few of these in the world. Like David, I thought David had the only ones, but apparently a buddy of mine has actually another one. I'm gonna guess a couple $100 at least, but just let me know. Comment down below what you pay for that. This team are discussing. I know, like, so example, there's something called like Leading Report. Leading Report, I think, has tens of thousands of followers, if not hundreds. And they say, breaking, Trump and his team are discussing a soft invasion of Mexico per Rolling Stone. So there's no actual leak. There's no actual quote. There's no actual like link to anything. All just rumor. I feel like a lot of this is clickbait. So I know that a lot of people tend to have knee-jerk reactions when they hear stuff like this. Don't. Jerry Paddler goes on and says, 1982 Wrestling All-Stars Hogan just sold for $132,000. There they are right there. And why I bring that up is because it just goes to show you that people are willing to pay top-tier dollar for stuff that is super scarce. Now, obviously, you could have something that's just as scarce, but it's not Hulk Hogan. These things, popularity obviously plays a role. But the 1982 BBM Hogan PSA 9 is Pop 2, only 18 ever PSA graded. The 82 BBM The 11 out of 1982 BBM is Pop 1. There's only 24 ever graded. And the 82 Gong Hogan is Pop 3, only 39 ever graded. So obviously scarcity does play a big role here. Mr. MC1 giving flowers to Mr. Rolex, saying congrats, Mr. Rolex. Absolute legend with a legendary collection and so generous with time and resources he is. I love this man. You're a true collector at heart and an example. I love Mr. Rolex so much. Mr. MC1 too. You know, all good things, all good things. If you're out, I think he's on vacation right now. Mr. Rolex is so cool. He's so chill. He's such a good dude. Love that man. Trump appoints former college football player, GOP House nominee Bo Hines to head Crypto Council. He'll be doing that with David Sachs. I think that's going to be pretty awesome for crypto in the 2025 area and region. Bo Hines goes and comments. He says, "Thank you, Mr. President. It will be the honor of a lifetime to serve in your next administration. Thank you for everything you've done and continue to do for our country, at Real Donald Trump. I'm thrilled to work alongside the brilliant at David Sachs to ensure that the industry will thrive and remain a cornerstone of our nation's technological advancement. God bless the USA." I don't know how many people are still able to bot or still do bot on VeVe. Somebody floored the 1942 mint Bambi. Got floored for 38 gems, or the number 42. And then somebody had sniped it, unsure if they were using botting, whatever. But that's just yeah, whoever got that, if you weren't using a bot, sweet move, sweet snipe. Game over? What is this? Oh, no, the tattoos. Okay. DeBreezy going over and saying, "The cat is making moves, a star-studded cast in the Cat movie." Hey, look at that. There's me and my cat. That's my cat character. Meow. Don't miss this opportunity to be part of something great. So be advised, this movie that's coming out is all like that's all I think written. I think that's all done. I have next to nothing to do with that. There might have been a line or two that I suggested, and whether they took it or not, I have no idea. This is with a star-studded cast. There's a lot of people in it, big in the crypto community. And don't get me wrong, there's a couple of people in the crypto community that is going to be in the comic, but they are two separate things. The same way that you have, I don't know, like Robert Pattinson Batman and Henry Cavill Superman. Like, yeah, they're sure they're both Batman and Superman, and they've done crossovers together in the past, but obviously that Batman and that Superman are in two hugely separate universes. So the comic is just going to be a separate universe from that one. So obviously, spoilers, you have multiverse play in there as well. I know that's like an old trope, but honestly, it's going to be a cool story. I can't wait to show it. Then we have, before I get to the comments, and again, I'll be only going on for like another few minutes here. For anyone that wants to ask me something and they don't want to wait, just go on and hit it like a $2 super chat. I'll get to you right away. We have GoCollect. Shout out to them. They might be doing a stellar interview soon. They might have something that comes out really soon. Anyway, GoCollect saying, "Ready to catch them all? Meet GoCollect's Pokemon card tracker. If you're a Pokemon fan like us, you've probably spent countless hours hunting down cards as the franchise grows and evolves. But let's face it, keeping track of all those cards and their values can be as difficult as trying to catch Mewtwo with Pokeballs." Oh, I see what you did there. But lucky for you, we have a Master Ball up our sleeve. Get ready to tighten up your collection game, because GoCollect is here to make your Pokemon card journey easier, more exciting, and dare we say, legendary. Was this written by a dad? Who is this written by? By Wyman Stanlick. This is awesome. For those who are new here, what is GoCollect? GoCollect isn't just your typical tracking tool. We've been helping collectors of everything from comic books to video games manage their graded treasures for years. Now we've expanded our platform to track the entire Pokemon card universe, from the most iconic base set Pokemon to the rarest Japanese promos. I know a thing or two about that. Whether you're a casual collector or a full-on Pokemon master, GoCollect is here to be your personal Pokedex for Pokemon card prices, a one-stop shop to help you manage and show off your collection, predict market trends, and make smart buying or selling decisions. Catching all the cards, the Pokemon card value tracker. What makes GoCollect's Pokemon tracker extra special? Everything. We're not just tracking a handful of cards, we're tracking them all. Plus, GoCollect gives you real-time updates on all card values, so you can track the market while you watch your collection evolve. Curious about how a base set Charizard stacks up against a Neo Destiny Shining Charizard? Or just curious about the current value of the specific set? GoCollect provides up-to-date price data, historical trends, and valuable insights into the market, so you can see how your collection stacks up against others in real time. Where were y'all like 5 years ago when I was in the thick of this shit? Why does this matter? Because the market is evolving. Okay, you've used that pun like 6 times. Come on, guys, right? The Pokemon card market is constantly shifting, and a card that was worth a few bucks last year might spike in value tomorrow. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, staying on top of the market is crucial. GoCollect helps you track the market and spot valuable trends so you can evolve your strategy and make smarter decisions. Think of GoCollect as your personal Pokemon trainer's guide for managing your collection. Live price updates, price fluctuation alerts, and deep insights into each card's value. You'll never miss a beat. How does it work? It's as easy as catching a Pidgey. Bruh, put like Weedle in there or Caterpie or something. Pidgey can sometimes be a little harder. Not a tech expert? No problem. GoCollect is simple and intuitive. Just like catching a Pidgey, sign up, create an account, and start adding your cards. Quickly search for individual cards by name or set and begin tracking their value instantly. It's easy, fast, and a total game changer to your collecting routine. Even provide you with up-to-date status of your collection so you know exactly where you stand within each set. This goes on for quite a while, but they're doing something big here. Before this, all you really had was me and people like me that say like, hey, the value of these cards is X, Y, and Z. Don't believe this, don't believe that, and here's the reasons why. But the GoCollect is something that is reputable company. They wouldn't have been able to do this without being what they are. So shout out to them for tracking Pokemon. Hopefully Pokemon comes to VeVe at some point. Anyway, let's go over some of the comments here. MVE says, vamos. Yo, what up? You commented this like as soon as I made the freaking thing. Congrats to you on that. You were first comment by almost an hour. Bill Gardner saying what up. Yeah, that was wild. How'd you get that so fast? That was wild. Anyway, actually, before we go on to everything here, let's go in and if y'all can just smash that like button, free way to help support the channel, not free ways. Patreon, smash the super thanks button down below, super chats as well. That'd be great. Okay. MBE. So it looks like Cavell made a new video. Somebody goes to ETH address, corresponds to David Yu. Rest, even the boss getting out after the BitGet listing thoughts. Okay, so I guess we'll go over this here. Let's take a look at what Cavell has said, which, let's face it, the credibility of anything that he says has been shot to begin with. Title, Ecomi VeVe CEO David Yu caught dumping OMI token after exchange listing, or after BitGet goes and does delisting here. This was brought to his attention by somebody that has also been nothing but a pathological liar. So at the first glance, there's like, okay, how real is this? I doubt any of this is real. Then they go and they post screenshots, they post receipts, and they say like, hey, David Yu had posted this address at one time before. And the address that he posted, first off, let's go to the address that he posted, which I don't think there's any proof that that's his wallet. There is a chance that that wallet in particular, which happens to be this one, which again, I don't think is his, is like, well, why did he post it, Randy? Why would he post this wallet if it wasn't his? Like, I've posted the wrong wallet before to people, like, oh shoot, that's the wrong one. And then I posted and I've likely done quite a bit more transactions than David has. So if someone like me, and I know people that have done an infinite amount of more purchases and transactions than me, they've also done stuff like this before. Like, hey, this wallet. Oh, sorry about that. This one instead. My mistake. Now, is that exactly what happened here? I don't know, but let's take a look at what is in this wallet that people are saying is David's, which I don't think anyone can really prove. They have about $3.1 million of immutable X. Cool. And then they have about 405 million OMI tokens. I know several people, like, I can't even count them on one hand. I have to use two, that have more tokens than that. David, if I'm remembering correctly, has upwards of like 30 billion tokens. And this wallet only has 405 million. So it's unlikely that this is his wallet. Again, I'm just throwing that out there because there's a couple of things that don't smell right. It doesn't necessarily track. And it's like, okay, well, Chavez, like, how do you go on and say that it's not his? Well, again, we don't really know. But if you take a look and you look at some of the top ones there as well, this wallet would maybe be in the top. Oh, it's actually in the top 50. It's number 44 that wallet is. So could it be David's? I guess that's a possibility, but I don't see. Again, I'll tell you why. If we go over to Etherscan, nope, that's wrong. Actually, we could just do this as well. And we look at the transactions where everyone's saying like, "Oh my God, yo, he's dumping OMI. It's over. This is why it's going down." Okay, look at the two transactions that people are talking about from 4 days ago. We'll do the most recent one. The most recent one, and take a look at that transaction hash. It's about 55 million OMI. Now, is that more than most people have? Yeah, it is. But it's worth about $20,000. It's like, well, Chavez, there's two of them. You can't just say, well, yeah, go over the other one. Okay, I'll go over the other one. The other transaction hash, again, from 4 days ago, is about 5 million OMI at about $1,800. So this is about $23,000, $22,000. That would equate to less than 0.5% of David's bag if this was even him, which again, I don't think anyone can prove that it is. So again, I'm just, and this took me what, like 3 seconds to find. The fact that, who'd you say, Cavell had gone over this and didn't bother to look at this, not even mention that, kind of really says how much research he does into those things. Again, I'm just gonna throw that out there. And again, I don't think anyone can really prove that that's his wallet or not. Bobby Green says, I just watched a video and a research presented is accurate. Pins concerning picture. Even if it was, I just said it's less than 0.5% of what he has. Even if that was his wallet, which again, I don't really think it was. I don't know if anyone can actually prove that it is, but you know. So let's say it was though. So far the findings appear credible. They weren't, but you know, assuming that there hasn't been any manipulations. So if David had sold, if that was him, and he sold less than 0.5%, he sold $22,000 worth. Okay, they're his tokens. He's got 30 billion of them, give or take. That doesn't really concern me. If he had sold like 8 billion of them, like confirmed, like swapped, confirmed, like sold like 8 billion, like let's say he sold a quarter of his wallet, 7.5 billion. I'd be like, all right, you know, that's you know, am I what's that band, Backstreet Boys? Because tell me why, but I have like 4 times more than what he had sold, which again, not saying that it was him because I don't think it can prove that it is. Yeah, that's something that is not really concerning for me. I mean, he could have sold 100 million, or that wallet could have sold 100 million, and even if that was David, I'd be like, all right. Again, less than 1%, I would be like, you know what, you deserve to. It's for whatever reason. I don't like. Again, why would he sell $20-something thousand worth of that? Like again, he's got like, what does that say? Like $3 million worth of that immutable X token. If there was any need for money, I'm sure David would just do that. Again, I don't think there's a need. For those of you that don't know, David was wildly successful way before VeVe. So the fact that people are saying, yo, he's dumping, one, false. Again, one, we don't know it's him. Two, that wallet, I'm not even saying that's necessarily false for that person. That wallet might just needed 20K. I'm like, yeah, I'll do this. I mean, and at the time, so again, if David wanted to go and dump, and if that, let's say if that wallet wanted to go and dump, there are multiple other better times that they could have done that. We had reached like 0007, 0008. like 5 times over the last 2 weeks. They could have done it then if they were looking for like exit liquidity. If they were looking like, okay, now's my last chance. I had to dump it all now because this token's going to zero. But they didn't. They just said, okay, need $20-something thousand. Gonna sell this for it. Again, why wouldn't they do that out of the Immutable X that they have? I don't know. Maybe they work for Immutable X. Maybe they're whatever it is. Maybe they know something that Immutable X is going to pump soon. Maybe this is just like their moon bag for OMI and it didn't matter. Maybe this is house money anyway. Again, I don't know. But yeah, if David needed $20,000, he doesn't need to sell any OMI for it. Which again, David wouldn't need $20,000, right? He's got a whole bunch of money. So yeah, throwing that out there. Having said, who are we to judge? If he wants to sell, he sells, the same as we all do. Yeah, agreed. Even if he did, it's like, okay, like he sold this amount. I don't like how many other people complain about like, oh, the Illuvium devs are selling, the Medicaid devs are selling. Like, I mean, maybe some do. I don't really hear about it, but yeah, that's the one thing that I kind of go and say. Like, it only seems to be the VeVe peeps or the VeVe fudder peeps that kind of try to make mountains out of molehills. Very true. And a video with some more sketchy deal things for me has been a pain in the ass. Big BS. It doesn't smell good. I mean, you know, look for a person, look for a dev, or look for an owner in any company that doesn't sell less than 0.5% of their stash in like 7 years. Find it for me. And again, I'm not even saying that this was him. Yeah, congrats, you got it. You got the Challenger disaster one. Yeah. Bang. Will do. Get me home. Gary-O says straight fire. What up, Gary-O? 3GP Garrett says, real Randy Chavez, best exchange to buy OMI. It depends where you are. If you're out in the world, in Europe, Asia, EX? I'm pretty sure it's OK. Is it OKX or OKEX? I'm like tripping right now. I don't, for some reason, I can't think of the actual name of the exchange. I'm pretty sure it's OKEX. Am I having a stroke? Am I having a brain fart here? It's OKX. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oscar, Kite, X-ray. I don't know. I said kite. She said kilo. Maybe I am having a stroke. That's generally the best one to get it. But if you're American and you can't have access to any of those exchanges, it's easier just Coinbase Wallet. Send your ETH to Coinbase Wallet, bridge your ETH to ETH on Base, and then swap for Ecomi on Base. And then that's the easiest way. Cheap too. Panini Girl? Pan Girl? Panny Girl? Yeah, Velvet is concerning. I mean, I just explained why it's not, but, you know, I just explained it. I'm still in, but concerned. Randy and Foster have no choice but to be bullish, given how large their positions are. Foster's house is online. I'll let Foster come on and explain that if he wants to, where OMI could go to zero, his house is fine. It doesn't matter how big any one bag is. Like, again, OMI could go to zero and I'll be fine. Like, it's not, if OMI went to zero in 2021, it still wouldn't, it wouldn't have mattered. But like, I have other stuff. There's a decent chance that the DeFinity token actually becomes my biggest bag. Not like, oh, if OMI stays down here for the next 12 months and DeFinity does 100x, yeah, that'll be the biggest. No, it actually might become my biggest bag in the next like month and a half, 2 months. So just keeping y'all posted. Again, the OMI token go to zero. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter because, of course, it will. I think that's going to make me millions. But there's other stuff that I have that's going to make it. If it did, it's like, okay, whatever. Bobby Green says, I was smarter than to remortgage his house for crypto. Only that one for 1 second. Again, even if he did, I'm not saying that he did, but even if he did, it's not in danger. He works, his wife works. Make of that what you will. Yep. OMI was 006. And again, pretty sure OMI could go to zero and everything would be okay for us. And yes, he's definitely dollar cost averaged. BB Zombie says, yo, what up, Zombie? How's it going? Meow, meow, meow. Does Chavez continue to drop videos as we speak? I saw part of his video just to get a couple screenshots for this in case anyone asked. I typically wouldn't bring him up, unless other people ask. So again, just gave you all a big explanation of it. Bobby Green says, those are just clickbait. I'll check them out after Randy's live stream is over. There's really no need to. I just kind of gave you all the info that you need. But again, if you want, by all means, don't let me tell you do it your time. Right now. Go on here to Rob Cook saying, buying OMI at these prices is an Xmas gift to myself. Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to get a little bit more soon as well. How much? I don't know. It's not going to be a ton, but because again, I've been stacking a lot of other stuff, but down here, yeah, you kind of have to. Culture craze. Oh, culture craze. Okay. And Alice, come and send me the 10-minute cliff notes. What's actually important in this 2-hour podcast? I mean, it's been 50 minutes so far, so I mean, it depends what you view as important. No problem, fam. Cavell is a bum. Maybe. Bogar says, love how people assume the worst of VeVe or David. That's just what people do. That's what they do. They assume it. My friend Jason once said that no matter how many good things you've done, you're always judged for like the worst thing you ever did. And like, yeah, like I feel like people in general, a lot of times they just assume the worst in people. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I know there's some people that they've just constantly just been fucked since the time they were like kids. Let's say, broken home, broken family, whatever. And then you just maybe live in like a rough neighborhood, just get mugged a lot. Just maybe you're just like a scrawny kid and just get beat up and picked up, like, and maybe you just have like a rough life. Despite me growing up with like not a lot of money, was in a relatively nice neighborhood. Don't get me wrong. There was some fun stuff that we could do. There was always some fun. There was always a fight if you wanted. But yeah, no, I grew up in a relatively nice place. So I mean, I was never in the ghetto. Let's put it that way. At least not growing up. But other people, they just constantly get screwed over by people, and they just don't have that circle of like good. Like I've been very lucky with that. In my adult life, well, a lot of life, but definitely in the adult life, just constantly being around good people. Been very lucky. Video on David, just reviews, agreed. And again, can't even prove that it's him. Not so sad that we have to even address this non-issue, agreed, but it gets brought up. You have to dissipate the lies with the truth. SketchLab says, I think people often just love to search and find things to generate controversial stories and attention. Sadly, it's part of the game. Controversy sells and is often the loudest. Agreed. Thankfully for a lot of these people, VeVe is nice, because if they weren't, like, if there was somebody that was like super petty as like a CEO, I'd be like, screenshot. All right, defamation lawsuits everywhere. But I'm not the CEO. Somebody else is. But yeah, also controversy sells. Like even it's not even just on like YouTube or Twitter or anything. Like even in the news. So I had a buddy of mine that lived next to a news reporter, and we were just having drinks one night, and they're saying like, and this was like 15 years ago. They were just like, I know if there's something good that happened or something bad that happened, you always go with what happened that was bad. You always go what happened with, I mean, and this is in New York too. So like you could have like a child drowning in like in a pool, or you could have something happen with a gun. You always go with the gun, because New York is very liberal and they're anti-gun. But yeah, so a lot, like it's in the, and thankfully liberal, I don't want to say that. Thankfully, the news media in general, that is very, very biased. They do seem to be dying. It does seem to be the fact that, hey, independent journalists really go and kind of take that cake. They kind of go and say, like, oh, we actually have people reporting on it, not corporations with agendas. So I do like the way the world is going. Oh, for sure. For show. Getting that for show. Yeah, 100%. And I have screenshots of all the lies that everyone's saying. So in case VeVe ever does decide to go that route, I got it. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Oh, boy, thank you. Who is this? Dude, Facebook is wild in the last, wow. Facebook is wild. Anyway, we got about 5 more minutes. Let's go to the market here. Let's see what some stuff is going for. Let's take a look at partner statue and see what they are. There's 102 in the market. Generally, when the prices are higher, there's about like 80 something. They have been as high as 2K. They've obviously been as low as like 1,000, maybe even under 1,000 for a small time. I can't, like, I don't. It's not. Bruh. Every now and then the app is slow, and I have to exit out because it sure. Okay, all right, going back. Partners. 102 in the market. Gonna press that, and we're gonna wait. And we're gonna wait. Do I have to close this whole freaking app out? Oh my god! All right. Thankfully, I am on stream, or else I would not have. I would have given up by now. Something that maybe they're under construction and they're doing something. Maybe if I go, okay, partner statue is from the actual list over there. Take a look at it. There we go. Okay, 102 in the market. Oh, right, let's go. Sort, lowest price, 1749. So it is still about 70% from the lows. But there's quite a bit there before it reaches 2,000. Quite a bit. All right, now let's go over, what are we doing, Todd? Let's do Todd. Before we do Todd, I'm going to go in and tell everyone that they should go on and smash that like button. 3-way to help support the channel. What is this? Disney's animatronics, a living history. All right, it's interesting. All right, let's go for Todd Batman here and see. Let's see what you've got. That is a quote by Starwolf in Star Fox 64. 94 of them in the market. You're going to sort by the lowest price. 525. I think these were like 389 at one point. So it is obviously these were like $14,000 at one point. Probably should buy another one. Let's see what the reso's at, and we'll see. Ultra rare reso. Sort by lowest price, $9.95, and it goes from $9.95 to $11.95. That $9.95 is coming in from Michael Campa. See what it's got 100 sets. I thought he had a lot more than that. He is more about comics. Got 2,400 comics. He's level 100. Damn, he's got a lot of. Anyway, I will. Let's see where he was on that list this past week. Michael Campa, because I'm curious to see. Actually, we should be getting. I think we got another one recently, didn't we? Today's Sunday. We should have probably gotten another one today, and we didn't. So yeah, let's go over. How far back do we have to freaking go? Sunday. Okay, here it is. Michael Campa is level 100, so he's got to have this. Oh, he sold everything and just bought it all. But I don't think he sold everything because, again, he still has 3,000 something comics. Actually, let's see how much he has. Oh, actually, I think I just see him. Oh, I did not see him. No, I accidentally X'd out. Okay, we're going back to the reso. If he lowers it, I might just buy it. $9.95. It's not really a good mint. Okay, so he only has 2,772. In which case, yeah. So he bought 30 this week, collectibles. Yeah. Just added another 500,000 OMI yesterday. Sold and bought on Stacker and burned some OMI for fun. Very nice. I should probably get some as well. I am going to get some soon. Can't wait. Can't wait. Really no reason. Zack Snyder's fucking crazy. Very nice. All right. Outside of that, let's go and take a look at what we do. Let's do Spider-Man. And we'll got to do collectibles because if we just do all results, there's going to be 1,000,001 comics. All the mighties come first. It's really strange. Like you type in Spider-Man and all the mighties come up first. All right, there's the common. Secret rares are not what I want. I want the actual secret. Okay, there we go. Spider-Man Ultimate Animated Secret Rare. Lowest price is 4,250. Yeah, a little rich for my blood, right? Meow. Let's take a look at Vader. See what he's at. Vader in the collectibles is ultra rare, 62 in the market. Lowest price, I think it was 200 at one point. I probably should have bought it then. It's 249 now. Oh, I should have. Oh, it's animated. Don't. Okay, we're gonna take a look at Luke. Luke Skywalker. Go to the collectibles, and there's a lot of Luke Chew stuff. It's wild. All right, we'll do the secret rare of Luke first. I'm a Jedi, like my father before me. $750. There's no super low. There's like a number 44 was an insane amount. So there's no super low ones. Oh, man. Okay, let's go Luke again. Go to collectibles. Because if I don't, I'll get a bunch of Luke Cage stuff. Okay, we'll do the ultra rare, which is kind of the odd man out. The ultra rare Luke Skywalker is kind of that redheaded stepchild. There's less than 1,000 of him, but there's only the floor is $100. That's really low. I have all the Luke number 43s, so that one I'm going to sell for a pretty penny at some point. All right, and then the last one. Now the last one, which is the rare, I think that sub 100s on those I think are pretty special, because I mean the floor has got to be like $30, right? Yeah, it's $29. So if I floor by lowest edition, you can't get any of the sub 100s for any meaningful price. Like the cheapest one is like $2,000, and ain't nobody paying that right now. I want like 5 million OMI. Anyone want mint 69 Juggernaut? I would love mint 69 Juggernaut. However, and I love OMI with all my heart. 69 Juggernaut is nowhere near worth $1,800. That would be the price of OMI right now. Even if you were to be like, well, Chavez, I want I just want 1 million OMI, which is $360. 360 is probably worth, like 69. Yeah, definitely worth it. But I mean, I have those funds and I could give it to you in gems, but I imagine you want it. Actually, we can't even do that because Juggernaut's not available on Stacker. I mean, 360 is a night like that. That's probably worth it. 360 is definitely worth it for a 69 Juggernaut first appearance, right? Talking about first appearance, not the Marvel Mighty. No, I want an OMI. Dang. Yeah, unfortunately, Stacker won't let you list Juggernaut because it's Marvel and they don't have that permission yet. Are they going to get that? Dude, I hope so. I mean, okay, good. You're talking about the actual first appearance. Good, because there are not that many. There are not that many Juggernauts. Let's take a look, because they burned those. The Juggernauts were burned. Obviously, not like half of them or anything, but oh no, there was a lot of these that were burned. 1167 were burned, so that is more than half. I didn't think there were that many. So there's what, like 700 of these fucking things? There's 700 of these. It's first appearance Juggernaut. These are dope. $43. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's rather good, I think. That's a Winnie the Pooh quote. Yeah, and again, I don't. I mean, 69. It is. There's no other real meme things on that, like they don't have number 420 listed for sale. It's number 419, not 420. What I think is killing you right now, Mago, is the number 73 is listed for 169, and the 42 is is 500. So 69 probably not as good as the 42, but it's pretty close. Honestly, I'd rather have the 69. I'd rather have the 69 than the 42, but that's 500 is a lot. What I say, like 365 is probably fair. I mean, there's not a lot of these at all. And this is a nice looking first appearance. Yeah, very sexy. This is a nice looking first appearance. This is really dope. Anywho, that's going to be it for me today. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Hope it's good for the YouTube algorithm. I would say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Randy.